buddies, I'm Aditya Saladi and you can call me Adi. I'm currently working as a software consultant in Microsoft and welcome to this 100 Days of Coding Challenge. This is your first video for week 1 and if you watch this video from the start to the end, you should be able to complete all the challenges for the next 7 days. The reason why I've started this YouTube channel is to make content accessible to everyone and to teach coding in the simplest way possible. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. And today's content will be mostly on Git and GitHub, and I'll share the screen now and we'll take it from there. Okay, let's get started. So I just took a quick break and continuing with the screen share. So this is the portal where we have the 100 days of coding challenge on GitHub. So the portal URL is github.com slash Aditya Sai slash 100 days of coding challenge, right? If you search for this, I'll also give this as part of the description in the video. So go to this link and you'll find every detail about the challenge. And in this you'll find one file and one folder. One is a readme file and the other one is a week1 folder. So the readme file will have all the details about the challenge. So there'll be, as mentioned earlier in my introduction video, there'll be two videos every single week. One video will be the course content. So I'll teach whatever is required for that specific week challenges, and the second video will be describing how to solve the challenges for the next 1 week. So do complete the two videos on the first day of the week, and that will make your life easy. So the first day will mostly be Sundays, so that spend some time on Sundays, maybe for a couple of hours. And from Monday, you can actually easily work every day by spending just 30 minutes. So, and there'll be weekly themes as mentioned earlier again. So the theme for this week, the week one, is GitHub and Git, and GitHub Copilot. So and how do you participate? It's very simple. Do subscribe to my channel and make consistent efforts right, for the next 100 days. And once you complete a challenge, do share that on your LinkedIn and Instagram, and I'll repeat that when we are going through the challenges of every single day, right? And press on bell icon for updates and follow me on Instagram. My Instagram ID is code.with.adi, AADI. So you can follow me there. And if you have any questions or concerns, so feel free to text me on Instagram. I do reply to all the messages within 24 hours. And you can ask questions or concerns, or like if you have some feedback, do post it in the comments below. And what is it for the winners? So I'll be selecting three winners. So it may go to six based on the participants. So 3 to 6 winners approximately, minimum three for sure. And winners will be getting some goodies from my side, that's for sure. And second thing is they'll be spending one complete day with me. There'll be like a lot of interaction in that 1 day. And the third one is once they complete that 100 days of challenge, I'll refer them to the known companies, for job or internship, whichever they are applicable to. And this is a completely beginner friendly approach. Even if you are completely new to programming, or if you are at level 100 of programming and you only know one specific programming language, don't worry. Irrespective of the background, I'll make sure that this is completely beginner friendly. So, and I'm trying to make things easy and accessible for everyone. So, and this is about me. You can just read it here, and follow me on all these three platforms: Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Okay, let's go to our the challenges. So the challenges we have for the week one, we have seven challenges: day one, day two, day three, day four, and day five, day six. So what you need to do is, like, if you are in day one, go to week one, day one. So go inside the week one folder. There you will find the challenge for that specific day. Go inside day one. There will be a challenge file, empty file. If there are any other files required, like say maybe sample repository or sample code, I'll upload that in that specific folder itself. So if you see this, the day one will have one specific goal. The goal for day one is like understanding what GitHub is and creating the GitHub account. So you just read through all this content, right? And so once this is done, the goal will be to create your own GitHub account. If you already have one, relax. If you don't have one, do create a GitHub account following these steps, right? And once you have created your GitHub account, next thing that you need to do is say that you have completed day one of 100 days of coding challenge and what you've learned today. So I have also copied the message that you need to paste on your social media handles like Instagram and LinkedIn. So paste this, and I just left this empty so that you will have an option to put your own GitHub name that you created. So share that you have created a GitHub account, and say that you are done with day one of 100 days of coding challenge, right? So this is for day one, and you don't have to commit or check in any code for day one because we haven't reached to that point yet. So that will start from day two. So if you go to day two, the goal is to understand the graphical user interface of GitHub, and repository creation, and then uploading the files. So if you have already completed day one, which means you should be having a active GitHub account, go to the GitHub account and then follow the steps to create a repository. You will understand this very easily if you go through the first video. In the first video, I've showed how to create a repository, how to create a file, and all that stuff. So if you haven't watched my first video, do watch that. That's a prerequisite for this video. So and then finally you will commit the changes. So all the changes that are committed will have a trace. So at the end of 100 days, I'll be seeing how frequently you're committing the changes on GitHub, and I'll be deciding the winners based on that. And it's very simple, right? So it hardly this whole process hardly will take 5 to 10 minutes, not beyond that. So please go through all these steps, spend like 15 to 20 minutes, read this content, and once you're done with that, just again share that you have completed day two of 100 days of coding challenge. And this is a default message that I'm giving, but you feel free to customize this. And but make sure you use these hashtags. So use all these three hashtags so that it will be easy for us to track. So same thing for day three. Day three's goal is to understand how to push the code, clone the code, sync it into local machine, just follow the steps, and finally submit that or like share that in your social media handles. And don't forget to tag me. And if you are doing it on LinkedIn, also tag Bhavya. So I gave the IDs of both our names. So me and Bhavya are curating this content. So tag both of us on your social media handles. And then for day four challenge. So there are a few other commands that you'll learn as part of day four. So go through these commands, and finally, once these commands are done, you have to create a folder in your GitHub account, create a file saying day four challenge.txt, and write what you've learned, and finally say day four challenge done, right? And then once it is done, as usual, share it on your profiles, LinkedIn and Insta profiles, Insta stories, right? So then day five will be a little more advanced topics on branches and pull requests. Same, it's very easy. I'm not going through the content because this is nothing related to coding and all that stuff. But starting from week two, you'll have coding exercises. So then I'll get in detail of the challenges. But this is more of theoretical stuff. So and very simple Git commands. So go through this content, follow the Git commands, execute it. Once this is done, just like write this content, customize it a little, and use the same hashtags, and start with day six next. So we'll give a small break for Git and GitHub, and day six will be more of GitHub Copilot. So for GitHub Copilot, there is a separate video that I'm going to do for GitHub Copilot. If you are a student, you'll have free access for GitHub Copilot using your student email ID or like student ID card. So register for that, and add GitHub Copilot to your VS Code. And once that is done, play around with it, and share that on your LinkedIn and Instagram. And finally, day seven is like more of fun activity, right? So you'll be adding collaborators to your GitHub settings, contributors in the GitHub settings. So pull your friends who are doing the challenge, or even if they're not doing the challenge, ask them to be added into the GitHub repository, and like do some changes and send a PR to your friend, ask him to review it, ask him to comment on it, like make it kind of a collaborative activity. So this is going to be a fun activity. And on day seven, you just tag those people who you have collaborated with and what you've learned with your friends. So day 7 is going to be really interesting. So, and I think that's all for the first week. So in case if you have any questions, or in case if you have suggestions, feel free to share it in the comments, or text me personally on Instagram. I'm happy to help. So yeah, I think that's all for week 1. And thank you so much for following Code with Adi, and all the best for week 2. Thank you.